Let's do this. Hello, people. Another beautiful day. Yep. Hope your five senses work. Health and strength is good or excellent. What? What's up, Starfield fans? I got some news for you. Yeah. You Starfield nerds, geeks, and freaks. Yeah. Got two pieces of news for you. Listen to this. But it involves Star Wars. Listen to this. Starfield most glaring absent is fixed thanks to Star Wars. You're like, huh? What? Listen to this. And the other one is this. Don't bother with AMD FSR 3 and Starfield. DLSS 3 looks much better. Well, that's a personal choice, because you got some people that like AMD, some people that like Intel, and some people that like Nvidia. Just saying. But anyway, listen to this. Says here, Starfield most glaring absence is fixed thanks to Star Wars. This new Starfield mod finally adds humanoid aliens, as more than 10 Star Wars race can be found in the game and character creator. So basically you can use Darth Maul in Starfield. Just saying. But anyway, you're like, huh? What? Alright. Says here, if there's one thing missing from Starfield, it's the alien. Many sci-fi universe lean into the humanoid aliens, and while Bethesda, NASA, Punk universe forgoes them in favor of a more grounded setting, I thought they were sorely missing from the game. Thanks to a new Starfield mod, though, our prayers have been answered, as you'll now find a plethora of Star Wars alien NPCs roaming the settled system. You can even play as one. Says here, the new Starfield mod from Radical Clown Friend adds plenty of Star Wars aliens to the RPG in their aptly titled creation. Many alien races can now be spotted among the Starfield faction, like Twi'leks, Zabraks, Rhodians, and even Mon Calamari. There looks to be 13 races to choose from and find in the settled system. And it says this mod adds several fully animated aliens from Star Wars to the various factions of Starfield, as well as adds alien characters presets, new hairs, tattoos, and new skin tones. This mod is best played with a new game or NG+. Radical Clown Friend writes, he said, you find Radical Clown Friend Star Wars Alien mod right here. I'll leave the link. It says here, with their profile also adding countless more Star Wars detail to the game, like droids, stormtroopers, changing the in-game language to the world of Star Wars, and much more. It says, if you're having issues with the mod, be sure to check out Radical Clown Friend advice and see if other players can help in the comments. It says, while waiting for Shattered Space DLC, this is the perfect way to pass the time, as Bethesda loyal fans continue to show that games like Starfield are worth a revisit with the right mods. If you're making a new Star Wars alien character in Bethesda's game and want to try out brand new build possibilities, we've put together a breakdown of the best Starfield traits, alongside a guide to Starfield outposts, building for your moisture friends. Uh-oh. So, yeah, and it says moisture forms, and it says, that's it. Now, for the other one, okay, let's see here, what do we got? Whoops. What's the other one here? Okay, let's see. Oops. Okay, here goes the other one. But this is talking about FSR. It says don't bother with AMD FSR 3 and Starfield, DLSS look much better. Look, that's a personal choice, because you have some people that like AMD, some people like Intel, some people like Nvidia, some people like EVGA. Just saying. Anyway, test shows that AMD frame generation and upscaling in Starfield isn't that great, and DLSS 3 and Intel XeSS are stronger alternative. The lead up to the AMD FSR 3 launch in Starfield was cause for excitement, but the latest testing shows that while performance numbers are good, what you see on screen is noticeably worse compared to using DLSS 3 and even Intel XeSS in some cases. This of course is terrible news if you own an AMD graphics card, because it was your only hope of getting a real performance boost. It says Bethesda is still fighting hard to make Starfield one of the best RPGs on PC. A big part of this battle is getting it to perform at all levels, and upscaling tech is a big part of this. Those with the best graphics card would be looking to the frame generation aspect of FSR 3 and DLSS 3.5 for their performance boost, and there's a clear winner on all fronts. Testing done by Tech PowerUp showed that despite competitive performance numbers at 1080p, meaning pixels, that's 1800 pixels, 1440p, that's pixels again, that's 1440 pixels, and at 4K, meaning 4000 pixels. It says here the visual artifacts caused by enabling AMD FSR upscaling tech are distracting, and this only gets worse with the frame gen enables. It says this is a nightmare for AMD GPU owners because they cannot access the NVIDIA exclusive DLSS. It also adds comical irony to the fact that Bethesda has been giving away a Starfield AMD Radeon RX 7900 XT X and the Ryzen 7800 X3D CPU to celebrate the launch of Starfield AMD FSR 3 update. Based on the screenshots showed by Tech PowerUps, it's noticeably that the FSR 3 snaps are much blurrier than DLSS screenshots, and any graphics issues that are present from this upscaling makes the frame generation even worse, because the process is learning from previous frames and generating new ones. Meanwhile, video comparison shows shimmer and distance blurring apparent in the game with FSR 3 enables, and you can see noticeable issues with the weapon's mountain laser in the second frame generation scenes. And it says due to the lower visual quality of the upscaling used in FSR compared to DLSS, and the fact that AMD FSR 3 frame generation is tied into upscaling here, frame being generated are poor in quality, and it says despite having a higher frame rate, the end result is visually far less impressive. Well, frames ain't the end all. Frames ain't the end all be all to video games. Oh, we're not even done yet. It says here, this is, however, great news for NVIDIA graphics card owners, because DLSS once again proved to be the winner when it comes to upscaling and frame generation. Granted, AMD FSR is only live in 15 games at the time of writing, and so AMD has time to learn and adjust based on the result it's seeing, but it's not a good start for Team Red. It should be noted that the testing was performed on NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4080, but given that AMD FSR 3 is platform agnostic, it's not as though it would run better on AMD graphics cards, so a similar CPU such as the Radeon RX 7900 XTX would still struggle with the upscaling issues we're seeing. And anything else? Anything else? Games like Starfield got you thinking you need to get a new rig? Well, okay. All right, look. I would say, look, when it comes to Intel, AMD, when it comes to AMD, Intel, and Nvidia. Okay, I would say the year is not even over yet, so you know, I'm sure AMD is going to respond to this. You know, the engineers are going to look into this and see what they can do. And for the developers of FSR3, they're going to do the same thing. So it all comes down to personal choice. Just because a magazine say, just because you say, okay, DLSS3 is better, there will always be some people that still likes AMD technology, no matter what the outcome. Then there's some people that love Intel, no matter what the outcome. And same goes for Nvidia. So this piece of news is not the it's not the end all be all to like Starfield. As days and weeks go by, AMD will be answering this. You know, they will come up with something. So sometimes I would say magazine editors, they have a tendency to, like, you know, over exaggerate stuff. You know, frames is like an icing on a cake, but it's not the entire games. It's just a feature. So if what's that? DLSS 3.5. I mean, it's supposed to be better than AMD for now. Remember, the year is not over yet. So as the days and weeks go by, FSR3 will continue to improve. The same goes for same goes for Intel. So this piece of news is not like some to like exaggerate over. Tell you the truth, people are gonna buy video cards based on their budget and what they can afford. Okay, and if they can't get one of NVIDIA graphics card, or they can't get one of Intel's graphics card, they're gonna settle with AMD, and that's it. You know, so frames, DLSS is just a feature, but it's not the end all be all. You know, to video games. Now, Star Wars and Starfield. I never thought the modders would took it to that level, but they did. So probably a nice little feature to have for now, until the Shattered Space DLC comes out. So that should keep you Starfield fans busy until you know, that time comes. But other than that, man, you know, the next update for Starfield won't come out until about mid-March. So within another 2 weeks or so. So the developers of Starfield, they're hard at work. So yeah, most Starfield fans are looking forward to the Shattered Space expansion. They're looking forward to it. But for right now, this mod from who is this? From Radical Clown friend. It's just fills the void for now, you know. Or if you don't feel like modding, or you just enjoy the game the way it is, then wait for the DLC and go on from there. But other than that, man, the Starfield universe goes on. Now, in this picture that I'm looking at the creation of Darth Maul. You know, the one with the horns coming out of his head like this. Yeah, got the red and black face. Yeah, so somebody created this character They're trying to use them in Starfield. So yeah, Star Wars, Starfield, Star Trek. Look, I wouldn't be surprised if they put Star Trek mods in Starfield. I'm just saying. So it could happen. So yeah, um, Star Wars, uh, Starfield. Uh, Even put what's the other mod I could think of, like a Battlestar Galactica mod into Starfield. Just, you know, I mean, if you can add Star Wars mod to Starfield, then Star Trek is next, or probably Stargate SG-1 or Battlestar Galactica. One of those games, you could probably add to it. So yeah, but the mod just the mod adds to the fun factor of the game, of like what you can add, But some loyal Starfield fans, they might be like, you know what, forget the mod, I'll wait for the expansion. So some people are like that. So yeah. But other than that, man, Bethesda is hard at work. It's hard at work, and Phil Spencer cleared the air. Killed the lie that was being spread on the internet about Starfield going to PlayStation. It's like they had to come out and address it, and they needed to, So yeah, somebody told me in the comments like, you were the first one to jump at this, or he said something like, what was the big fuss about? And they're like, why you were the first one to jump at it? I'm like, it's there, It's like it was a lie that was being spread, a lie that was spread from a website, and a YouTuber took it and ran with it, and they started they tried to build a momentum off that by trying to steal some spotlight from Xbox by saying Starfield is coming to PlayStation. Then they tried to say, they try to flip it by saying, you said you were going to deal with games on a case-by-case basis. Let's see, Spencer, Sarah, and Matt had to come out and just address it and just address this and just clear the air with all the rumor which was a lie that was going around. So yeah, and once that lie cleared up, the people that lied about the whole thing, they disappeared. You don't see them talking about Starfield like when they were spreading that lie. But once the truth come out, man, they disappeared. So yeah. But other than that, man, Starfield has a nice little fan base. And some of them are gonna try the mod. I will leave the link, and then some are gonna, I'll wait for the DLC when it comes out, or the update. So yeah. So but other than that, man, Starfield keeps cruising. I mean, you got 1,000 planets, so yeah. Lots. There's a lot of mods you could add to it if you want to, So yeah. But other than that, man, the expansion is coming. It's coming. And Bethesda is hard at work at it. And they're trying to deliver on the expansion. So I'm sure it's going to be a new area, or probably a new story to add on top of what you already have. So yeah. And go on from there. But you Starfield fans, you're covered. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this video for y'all to enjoy. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still a Star Wars Star Trek to thank for Dark Side. Peace.